What's up, everybody? We are back. We're on version 12.3.3, supervised full self-driving. Right now I don't have a navigation set, but we're going to be taking a short trip to Best Buy, try to get in through the city streets today. Navigate to Best Buy. See what our routing options are. So it's about a 5.9 mile trip. And here's the thing, I wish there was a way that it didn't always route you on the freeways. So we're gonna have to try this. Navigate to Wow Car Wash. Let's see if we can take the city streets through. For some reason, it's not navigating. So I did change a setting on the way over here. I turned off online routing. Let's turn that back on. I was hoping that it would give us more options for our trip, but it doesn't look like that. Okay, so definitely don't want to do the online routing off. We also have it set on autopilot. We have it set to assertive. No minimal lane changes is off, and the automatic set speed is off. Should be taking a left here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this just for a second. Let's get through this light. I put us in the wrong position. This beta would probably definitely try to make this, I don't know how though. All right, get a little aggressive there. Beta's back on. We got the set speed set to 15% offset. Looks like we have a U-turn coming up. So again, we'll try to route some city streets, and then once we get over here, we'll route to Best Buy through the city streets. We all know version 11 is still currently on the highway stack, so not really necessary to test that. We do have an unprotected left arrow. First car is doing a U-turn. We got a car right in front. All right, we're clear. Another car coming. We could have took that opportunity. Looks like we're gonna go wide on this turn. All right, now's our turn. I'm gonna give it a little bit of throttle just because that car's right behind us, and off the throttle. It's doing really good at the U-turns, by the way. Just still a little slow, a little hesitant in certain situations. And that big issue going on right now is that lane change, where it's kind of starts the lane change, hesitates, and then completes the maneuver. Let's see how she does today. Every day is a different day. Yesterday drove absolutely amazing in the morning. Got the full stop. Looks like after this pole star, we're clear on our left. Here we go. Again, we have it in assertive, no minimal lane changes. Great acceleration. That's probably my favorite thing about version 12 right now, is that acceleration from the stoplight. Looks so natural. Another observance I've been noticing is it's kind of following more on the inside lane lately. Traditionally, it always tracked like true and center, but lately on this last build or in the last couple of days, it's been kind of tracking off to the side. Turn off the heat there. So about 2.8 miles, and then we'll reroute to Best Buy. Let's see if we can get there with 0 disengagements. We'll probably need a few interventions. It still hesitates, and I like to put on that throttle whenever it slows down. I will let you know if I do intervene at all. Down to 61 miles, trying to get that supercharging video in. I almost plugged it in at home today. It's like it gets a little nerve-wracking when you get low on range. It's like, what if you have somewhere to go? You gotta be ready. That's why I love electric cars, though, is you can plug in every single night. All right, we got this car turning right. Interestingly enough, we've been staying pretty true on this lane. Not a lot of lane changes. And as I say that, let's see what happens. Generally, this is the lane I would probably be cruising in. So coming up, this 2 lanes turns into 1 lane. We're gonna lose lane lines right after this intersection, right when I put on the blinker. Perfect timing. Moved over to the left. Wide lane opening up again. path. Slowing down, a little hesitant there, seeing all this yellow in the road. So let's check my autopilot settings here. Got it set on single pull, assertive, no chimes or vibrations or anything when it's doing a lane change at all. Perfect timing on this intersection. Wow. 15% offset. Display speed warning relative. Forward collisions on medium. Lane departures on assist. I like the assist feature. A lot of people don't though, because it'll pull you back in the lane and they don't like fighting with the beta. But I do like it. Traffic aware cruise control chime on is off. That way, if I was using traffic aware cruise control, I guess turned on without anyone noticing in the car. It's much quieter. Great driving through here. Perfect time to turn on the blinker, and it looks like we're gonna travel right through this lane. That is so human-like. Instead of going around, just cut right through into the turning lane. That's something I do a lot. We got the protected left. Got this guy kind of changing lanes at the same time. We did pull into the inside track, which is fine. Now we have a middle lane to the left and our correct lane to the right. Perfect. Navigate to Best Buy. Let's see what route it takes us now. See if we can go on the city streets. Alright, so it looks like this might be the city streets route here. Quick to take in that nav input. That is one thing that has been super sweet on 12.3.3. It's just quick navigation data. Alright, pulling out of the stop sign, four-way. Nice and cautious. Hopefully everybody that's waiting for the full self-driving trial, the 30-day trial, has got that by now. I know if you're still on 8.7, you're still lagging. We should get another update soon. I heard like a week ago that another one was in the pipeline, but then we never saw anything, so I've been checking Teslafy. If you don't have Teslafy, definitely check it out, at least to view the updates on the rollouts. And if you want to keep all the data on your car on distance travel and all that, you can subscribe. I had it for about a month, but I discontinued it. I think it's pretty helpful though. Shows you all your routes, elevation, how much wattage it took you to get there, everything. Alright, so we got the stop sign. It looks like just two-way stop sign, if you would say that. It says cross traffic does not stop. Kind of inching up. Got the arrow on now. Good timing. So we are going to have to kind of inch out here to see if there's any cross traffic coming. Looks like the car in front is going to be turning left, but they don't have their blinker on, or are they? They're just super cautious there. All right, we are taking the initiative. There was no one on our left. Now we do have some construction up ahead with some cones and a police officer in the intersection. By the way, if you're watching, I saw that comment about the school zones. I'll try to test that out later. Okay, which way are we going to go here? It looks like we're going to have to make a U-turn here. Let's see what beta does. All right, so we're kind of pulling up to the cones. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle just to force it through. And let's see what she does. All right, pulled into this neighborhood. All right, we're going to have to go ahead and cancel beta. So that was our first disengagement. It would have been nice if we rerouted and, just did a U-turn here. Oh, so it's because there's a big running marathon going on right now, so the runners kind of have all the streets marked off. All right, we've rerouted. Kind of just choosing to be right in the middle of this wide lane. I'm guessing it's traveling on the side of us, we're gonna take a right here. That's what it's doing. Sometimes when you're driving, navigating, and it's hard to see everything going on for sure. Let's go. You're talking, you're watching, you're driving, your FSD's going. It can get pretty wild in here. We are tracking on the inside again. I don't like this behavior though. Even though we're gonna be taking a right, I'd rather us be true on the left center. Now where it's correcting, there is a sign on the side of the road. Now this is more true right here, where you'd wanna be driving. So it did correct itself. That's a lot of things I see this 1233 do, is it does correct itself. All right, we have a detour sign. We got to go around it. It's very narrow. All right, we're gonna have to cancel there. Almost right into the detour sign. Ooh, even closer for me there. All right, so that's disengagement number 2. And it looks like the road is closed again. We're gonna call that disengagement number 3. I don't think Beta was gonna get us around there. All right, we're back on. Had to drive around. It wanted to reroute us through that road closure again. We are taking our 3rd route. Early break. You know, the more and more I think about the early braking, I kind of understand it. It's still a little too early in my opinion, but it makes it for a nice smooth stop. Now we are at a 2-way here. This guy's turning, so we are clear. And how did we end up back on this road closure? I feel like everything is closed, guys. All right, let's see what Beta does this time. There's no one around. Earlier I disengaged because it was traffic, but let's see. Okay, stopping at the road closure, doing the U-turn, and again, pulling into the community. I guess that's kind of like the default instead of doing the U-turn. Disengagement number 4. All right. I think I'm gonna have to get further onto the other side of the street here. I'll come right back. All right, let's try this for a second. I'm gonna take off the nav. I'm gonna put it on Beta. Now Beta's gonna be driving. I can still do my arrows and lane changes. And that's another question, is how far will Beta take you if there is no navigation? But we're gonna get through, I hope, all of this road closures, and then we'll put our destination back in. Well, let's see if we can just get out of here on FSD. Got a couple of cyclists. So this is why we're having all the road closures today. Got the runners and the cyclists. All right, we should be clear after this one. It is a 4-way. And we're inching out for visibility. We are clear so far to the left. We're clear so far to the right. And we are going. Excellent. A little bit of a speed bump. It did slow down just a little perfectly, I would say. You know, a lot of times I used to use this even when I was just driving around normally, before it got really good at the lane, the navigation. Oh, we didn't need to slow down here. So interesting move there. Beta kind of just went right around them. I thought for sure we were going to stop. We do have it at 41. We're doing 29. So under the speed limit here, just because of traffic conditions in the road. Will we make it to Best Buy? My goal is to try to get us on the other side of this 215 here so we can bypass some of this traffic. I feel like on Deer Springs. All right, we're gonna have to, let's see if I can put on the arrow, if it'll turn us. Nope, it turned it back off. Got the arrow on again. It would be our turn now. Let's see if Beta makes the turn with the blinker on. All right, actually, I'm gonna cancel it because we still have that road closure right to the, it looked like it was trying to, but without the navigation data, it was hesitating. May or may not have pulled that off. But as soon as I looked to the left, we had all that road closure again. And let's try this way. Ooh, that's some fast traffic going right there. All right, road closed again to the right. I mean, to the left, we're gonna go to the right. Hang on. All right, we're back. I cannot believe with so much road closures, it's almost impossible to get to Best Buy. Let's try it again. All right, so this time it's gonna take us, where is it taking us this time? So this is obviously the highway route here. Do you guys want to see some V12 highway driving? I think we might have to try it out because this whole area is all for the biking and running. I don't think we'll ever get there with the road closures. Let's see if we can get on the freeway and merge in. All right, almost kind of hesitated and wanted to pull in this turning lane. Kind of just fake out there. Looks like we are gonna stay in the far lane. It was kind of contemplating getting into the inside lane. Very smooth to stop. Now this should be interesting because we don't have too much room to get over into that left lane quickly. Let's see how FSD. I'm gonna go ahead and goose it through this yellow. Alright, so we made it around the light. That was a quick yellow light, by the way. Now we got the green light. Can we merge over in time? This should be tricky. I would almost do it right now while this gap opens here. Truck's pulling in tight. Will we miss our turn? Will we ever get to Best Buy? Alright, we got the arrow on. It looks like the Chevy's kind of letting us in here. There's a tight gap. Thank you very much, waving them on. We did get pulled into this gap nice and tight. Now we got to get into the inside lane. Got the yellow light. And I'm sure the Chevy behind us right now is thinking, why did I let him in? All right, we've got the unprotected left arrow. With traffic, we should be clear with that truck turning left if we go right now. Perfect timing. Nice acceleration. And right into the inside lane. Perfectly done. Right now we have the off speed set at 15%, so 10 over. Nice confident merge. Looks like one car in our rear in the middle lane. The question is, where's FSD gonna keep us in the lane with, again, we have assertive, no minimal lane changes. So if we do creep up too fast, I believe it will change lanes. And there we go, we got our first lane change into the faster lane, it says. Again, one hesitant move and then it completed it, and that's what I'm seeing over and over. Hopefully on the next update that gets corrected. We're getting really close. Traffic right behind us. So one thing is, once we get to our exit, it's going to be a more dense area with more traffic, so we'll see how, if Beta can navigate us into the parking lot to the Best Buy, and then we're going to try an auto park. Alright, looks like merging into changing lanes to merge. I'm gonna have to double check what that said. It looked like it said something different. It didn't say into a faster lane, did it? I almost thought it popped up merging away from traffic for some reason, because I did see know what I saw. We'll have to look. We'll have to check. Has been very windy here in Vegas, so FSD has definitely been correcting a lot. All right, we got this car behind us doing about 80, pulling up on our rear. It is passing us in the right lane. They're probably doing about 85 actually. And then another one coming behind doing about 80 something as well. Creeping up fast. We're gonna have to get over here shortly. When I say shortly, I mean like as soon as possible. Alright, this lane's gonna end. We do have a car behind. We definitely want to merge over ASAP before this car gets into our spot where we can't even turn. Lane's ending. Alright, it is narrowing up and they are creeping up fast. They're not really paying attention to me at all. And then we cut them off. They're still pushing on us. Distance may look further than it appears. They are very close to me, to the point where he's kind of leaning out so he can get around. Let's go ahead and speed up Beta here. Traffic's pushing on us. Alright, a lot of activity going here. Brake lights turning. I'm always paying attention to the cars around me for sure. Alright, we've got a mile till our exit. We need to get off here soon. Actually doing better today holding the lanes though, but then when I wanted to change lanes, it's not moving. All right, let's get over Beta. Let's go. 0.7, 0.6. The car's still pushing on me from behind doing 80. All right, we got the arrow over. Following right behind. And we have our exit coming up. Should exit into this next lane perfectly. While we're here, I'm kind of thinking about some Chipotle. I don't know what it is. Cafe Rio or Chipotle? Which one do y'all like better? I mean, I like the white rice at Chipotle, but the yellow rice isn't as good at Cafe Rio. I don't know. Let me know. Alright, smooth deceleration off of this exit. If it was me, I would go in the far left lane to go through the light. That way I don't have to make any quicker maneuvers. Got the arrow on, and it looks like we're choosing the middle lane. Are we? It's deciding. All right, we're just gonna let it do its thing. All right, so ideally we'd want to be in this lane because we have our turn shortly after in the left lane, but let's see how it handles this. First job is just to stay tight in our lane with this traffic. Nice smooth turn, holding the line. Excellent. Now we need to make a quick break onto the left lane, or else we are going to be in trouble. If you try to make this left after this light, it is much more difficult. Alright, traffic's just flowing. Beta's kind of cruising slow, trying to pick an optimal moment. And I think this is it right here. If you put on your blinker, just merge right in this spot, that would be good. And it did perfectly. It's just sometimes the traffic's too tight and it would force you to make another maneuver or a reroute. Now we do want to get on the inside lane here. That would be optimal. I feel like it does choose the middle lane more often here. So it's kind of like indecisive. It went for the far lane after all. I want to say because of the less traffic on this side. Kind of hesitant there. I don't mind if it just goes straight for it. But if there was more traffic behind us at that point, it would have been a little more difficult. All right, we got the protected left. Should be interesting merging into this shopping center here. So there is a few roads, lanes that'll want you to turn right. One will let you go straight. Perfect trajectory around that corner. Got braking for people turning left. Road rage happening right behind. Let's see. Oh, we kind of hit the brakes here. I'm gonna go ahead and goose it. Again, for that crosswalk. Slow down for the crosswalk, no one around. This is the lane that we should be in to go straight. That's the turning lane. Just inching across. Oh my goodness. Sorry, buddy. He didn't know what the hell happened there. We were going straight for him. He looked at me like, what the hell? Disengagement number 4, or was that number 5? Wow, that was wild. All right, we should be turning left into this parking lot. That was so strange. It was just like a smooth maneuver right for him, and it was like deer in the headlights for him.